Class 8 Biology, Chapter 4. Good morning, students. Students, in today's class, we will see the topic of blood vessels and blood circulation. Now, students, you know that there are three types of blood vessels, which are namely arteries, veins, and capillaries. They are generally the thicker one, and these capillaries are the thinnest one, and veins do have got a shape or size in between to that of arteries and capillaries. Okay, but when we talk about the heart, that is, five main vessels enter and leave the heart. Okay, so they are present over there: superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, and aorta. Now these vena cava, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, they are veins. They are the type of veins. Okay. Now what is the meaning of superior vena cava? So the superior vena cava is a large vein that carries deoxygenated blood from the upper half of the body to the right atrium. You know the deoxygenated blood, it falls in the right atrium of the heart. Okay. Now if the deoxygenated blood is coming from the upper half of the body, then it will be called superior vena cava. Now if the deoxygenated blood, it is coming from the lower half of the body, the inferior vena cava is the largest vein in the body that carries deoxygenated blood from the lower half of the body to the right atrium of the heart. Okay, so it is a vein that is bringing, this vein is bringing the blood from the upper half of the body, this bringing the blood from the lower half of the body. Okay, and both carry deoxygenated blood. You know, veins do carry the deoxygenated blood. Then we have pulmonary artery. I already told you the meaning of pulmonary. Whenever pulmonary word you hear, it means we are talking about the lungs. So if I say pulmonary artery, so it is an artery which is present between the heart and the lungs. The pulmonary trunk is a major vessel of the human heart. It originates from the right ventricle. It branches into the right and left pulmonary arteries, which lead to the lungs. The pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle into the alveolar capillaries. You know the alveolar capillaries? The capillaries which are present in the, which are supplying the blood towards the alveoli. Then alveolar capillaries of the lungs to unload carbon dioxide. Okay, and these are the only arteries that carry deoxygenated blood. You know, arteries always carry oxygenated blood, but this pulmonary artery, it carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, and are considered arteries because they carry blood away from the heart. Now pulmonary veins. So once again, you know the function of the veins. You know they carry deoxygenated blood. But if I say pulmonary, so a vein which is present between the heart and the lung, that will be called pulmonary vein. Okay. So there is an exception in this pulmonary vein regarding the it carries the oxygenated blood. Let us see. The pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. Despite carrying oxygenated blood, this great vessel is still considered a vein because it carries blood towards the heart. Okay, so pulmonary vein, it is an exceptional vein which carries the oxygenated blood. Okay, the pulmonary arteries and veins are both considered a part of pulmonary circulation. So the blood circulation between heart and lungs will be called pulmonary circulation. Then we have aorta. The aorta is the largest artery in the human body. Blood is pumped from the left ventricle through the aortic valves into the aorta. The aorta is highly elastic and is able to dilate and constrict in response to blood pressure and volume. Okay, blood pressure is highest in the aorta. Now let us see why the blood pressure is highest in the aorta. Let us see the figure. So this side you can see the labeling of this aorta. So basically when blood is pumped or the heart gets contracted, so the blood will come out from the heart through this aorta. Okay, from backside you can see blood is going inside, and this tube, it is originated from here. So this is called the aorta, and this is the largest artery in the body. You see how much thick it is. So this is the largest artery in the body. Then rest of the things like superior vena cava, you can see. Then inferior vena cava means it is taking the blood from the lower half of the body. Superior vena cava, it is taking the blood towards the heart from the upper half of the body, and both of them, their blood is falling inside the right atrium. Then you can see the pulmonary artery. Here you can see pulmonary artery. Okay, then you can see pulmonary vein. Now you know the meaning of pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. So students, here when the heart gets contracted, so with the very high pressure, it is just pressing the blood to go into the aorta. So that's why the walls of this aorta is under the is having the high blood pressure. It is okay. In this region, the blood pressure is very high. Now the blood circulation. So we will see the direction of the blood flow in this blood circulation. So in this figure, students, you can see the direction of the blood flow or the blood circulation. So you know, in lungs oxygen is there. That oxygen will diffuse into the blood system through the capillaries, and this will be brought to the heart through the pulmonary vein, and you can see that it is falling on the left atrium. Okay, left atrium, that oxygenated blood is falling, and from there it will fall into the left ventricle. From left ventricle it will go to different body tissues. So here it is aorta. Later on the aorta will get divided into so many arteries, and these arteries will be divided into so many fine capillaries. Okay, these are also blood vessels. So they are showing you the network of the blood capillaries that is supplying the blood to all the body tissues. Okay, now the tissues will use the oxygen, and later on they will make the carbon dioxide. Again this carbon dioxide will be loaded into the blood, and all these capillaries, they will join together to form veins. Okay, then the veins, you know, they are coming from the upper half and lower half. Lower half veins are called the they make a single passage or single tube, that is called the inferior vena cava, and the blood from the upper half, it will be coming from the superior vena cava, and all they will bring this deoxygenated blood into the right atrium. From there the blood will fall into the right ventricle, and from there the blood will pass to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Okay, so this artery, it is carrying the oxygenated blood, but pulmonary artery, it is carrying the deoxygenated blood. In blue they have shown you the deoxygenated blood, in red they have shown you the oxygenated blood. Okay, and rest of the veins, you can see blue is there. So rest of the veins, they are bringing the deoxygenated blood to the heart, but this pulmonary vein, it is bringing the oxygenated blood to the heart. So students, here you can see the distinction between the artery and veins, and pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins. Now students, the blood circulation between the lungs and the heart, it means this circulation and this circulation, I mean this circulation, okay, which is present between the heart and the lungs, that is called pulmonary circulation. So it is given over there, pulmonary circulation. The circulation of blood between the heart and the lungs is called pulmonary circulation, and the circulation of blood between the heart and the body organs is called the systemic circulation. Okay, so the circulation of blood between the heart and different body tissues or cells or organs, it will be called as systemic. This one and this one. Okay, this one between the heart and different body cells. I'm not counting the tissues of the lungs. Okay, I'm counting the tissues of rest of the body parts apart from this lung. So such a circulation is called the systemic circulation. Now students, you see that if this cycle, the blood circulation cycle, starts from the heart. Okay, so starting from the heart, we see that blood is passing two times. You see, one time from the heart and then second time from the heart, and then it passes to the lungs again. So in this complete single cycle of the blood flow, how many times the blood passed from this heart? It passes two times. So that's why this sort of circulation is called double circulation, where during complete single cycle of blood circulation, if the blood passes two times from the heart. Okay, so it is given over there, that is called double circulation. So this is the flow diagram of the blood circulation. So from the superior and inferior vena cava, the deoxygenated blood will come towards the right atrium. From right atrium, it will fall into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Okay, and thereafter it will go to the pulmonary artery. Through the pulmonary artery, that is deoxygenated blood. Here the blood will be the carbon dioxide from the blood will be unloaded, and through the lungs the carbon dioxide will come out of the body, and again oxygen will be loaded to the blood, and now it will become, the blood will become oxygenated. Okay, so from the lungs, the pulmonary vein which will carry the oxygenated blood to the left atrium of the heart, and from left atrium it will fall into the left ventricle through the, this time through the bicuspid valve. Now you know bicuspid valve, they are present on the left hand side of the heart. Tricuspid valve, they are present on the right hand side of the heart. Okay, then through the left ventricle the blood will pass to the aorta, and yes, once again there is also a valve. That valve is called aortic valve. Okay, so this aortic valve is present over here. Okay, so from ventricle, which ventricle? Left ventricle, the blood will pass through the aorta. So basically there is also a valve. So such a valve is called the aortic valve. So passing through the aorta, it will be further divided into these arteries, that aorta, and oxygenated blood to different body parts will go, and from the different cells they will take the oxygen and they will produce carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide will be loaded again into the blood, and with the help of the veins, the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body, it will again go towards the heart. Okay, so students, this is all for today. Goodbye.